The Samaloka International Buddhist Center. The Samaloka International Buddhist Center, SIBC, is a non-profit educational center dedicated to meeting the needs of a growing Western laity. Buddhism is spreading rapidly in the West, and we must be prepared to meet the special needs of our foreign patrons. It is not simply a matter of sending more monks to foreign lands, though. Teachers dispatched overseas soon find themselves immersed in a culture very different from their own. Although they may find potential devotees, effectively communicating the Buddhasasana can be difficult, at times even impossible. Each culture presents a unique set of circumstances and challenges for Dhamma teachers traveling abroad. The SIBC serves as a liaison between East and West for both individual Buddhists and Buddhist organizations. The SIBC provides many crucial services that will prepare monks and lay teachers to effectively convey the Dhamma in spite of language barriers and cultural differences. These services include foreign language instruction, so monks and novices can speak the language of their foreign patrons; computer and internet technology classes, to keep our Dhamma teachers up to speed with the modern age; communicating through online forums and blogs; use of internet telephony and video chat, as well as common application software such as word processors will be taught. Leadership and community organization skills will ensure our monks know how to reach those interested in Buddhism, how to counsel devotees from a Western background, and how to best organize meditation retreats and Dhamma talks. Cross-cultural studies educate our Dhamma teachers with the knowledge to quickly overcome false notions about Buddhist practices and beliefs. A familiarity with Western culture will also help our monks to avoid actions that may be considered rude or unbecoming within the society that they inhabit. Monks, novices, and lay teachers educated through the SIBC will have the knowledge and skills related to Western culture, history, and language, so that they can communicate the Buddhasasana to all of our foreign patrons. This small list of services is merely a representative sample of the SIBC's activities and is not all-encompassing. For more information, please visit the SIBC on the web at www.samalokaslk.com. I encourage you to support, or to continue your support, to this esteemed organization and the vital services it provides. The Venerable Dr. Bokanoruwe Dewananda. The Venerable Dr. Dewananda is the founder of the Samaloka International Buddhist Center and serves as the senior Dhamma teacher at the Florida Buddhist Vihara, where he currently resides. Bhante Dewananda has devoted his entire life to the promotion and propagation of the Buddhasasana. He has lived honorably as a monk for over 40 years, holding several academic and administrative positions, publishing over 12 Dhamma books, and producing 5 audio CDs containing Pali chants and Buddhist hymns. Over the past decade, the Venerable Dr. Dewananda has made a concerted effort to draw attention to the growing needs of the Buddhist laity in the West, teaching Westerners established Buddhist doctrine, including philosophy and meditation, as well as preparing other monks and novices to do the same, is of primary concern to this most venerable monk. Bhante's current academic projects include studies of fundamental Buddhist meditation as depicted in the Pali Canon, and developing English study aids for novices and the monks. Our sponsor is the Venerable K. Uparatana Nayaka Mahatera. Bhante Uparatana was ordained as a Buddhist monk in 1966 in Ranwalagadera Viharaya, Sri Lanka. He was trained under the guidance of M. Ratanapala and Venerable Hinapula Gunaratana, also known as Bhante Ji, who is the founder and head of the Bhavana Society and author of Mindfulness in Plain English. He has taught Vipassana meditation in Washington, D.C. area since 1982, and he has served as the Buddhist chaplain at the American University in Washington, D.C. since 1989, where he teaches meditation. Bhante is a founding member of the Bhavana Society Meditation Retreat and Monastic Center in West Virginia, and is also the founder of the International Buddhist Center, where he currently serves as the senior monk and spiritual director.
A humble word from the composer. All great works are the result of many, though they may sometimes appear to be the efforts of a single individual. This composition is no exception. The success of this production was contingent upon the support I received from many people. There are really too many to name, though I will do my best to highlight the efforts of those that sacrificed much. I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of the individuals and organizations whose generous assistance and cooperation helped to bring my work to readers in the West and Asia, the United States in particular. My sincere gratitude goes out to the Most Venerable Dimiyawe Amarawansa Nayaka Maha Thero, the Chief Sangha Nayaka of Sri Lanka and Chief Monk of the Asokarama Vihara in Sri Lanka. My sincere gratitude goes out to the Most Venerable Katugastota Uparatana Nayaka Maha Thero, the Chief Sangha Nayaka of America and Chief Monk of the Maryland Buddhist Vihara in America. I would also like to extend my thanks to the Most Venerable Bhuttawati Saranankara Nayaka Maha Thero, the Adhikarana Sangha Nayaka of Malaysia and Chief Monk of the Sri Lanka Buddhist Temple in Malaysia. All of the resident monks provided assistance, and I am appreciative as well. I gratefully thank the Most Venerable Kokavita Vipulasara Thero, Abbot of the Florida Buddhist Vihara, for providing me with the opportunity to practice the Dhamma here in the United States. Likewise, I am indebted to the Venerable M. Ananda Thero, resident monk of the Florida Buddhist Vihara, for his most gracious support. All parties that took it upon themselves to donate their valuable time and other necessary support for this meritorious production have my gratitude and appreciation. It is my pleasure to extol the talents of Sangita Visarad, music composer, whose beautiful melodies fill this masterpiece, the melodic voices of Mr. Jagat Vikramasinghe, Mr. Harold Fernando, Mrs. Ramya Vanigasekara, and Mrs. Kanti Weliwata, and the soothing commentary of Mr. Brian Ananda Johnson and Philip Purshonda. They have all added a very special sound to this noble work of art. I am most grateful to all the devotees of the Florida Buddhist Vihara, whose list of names would fill an entire page. They have all graciously and unselfishly provided for my necessities during my pursuit of this work. Mr. Brian Ananda Johnson and Mr. Philip Purshonda have both rendered an abundance of technical assistance and editorial support to complete this project. Their tireless efforts have not gone unnoticed, and my special blessing is with them. Mr. Madagamage Lakshanta Pereira, the illustrator for this project, has worked tirelessly to visually convey the deep meaning and significance of the Yamaka Vagga with his beautiful images and artwork. The cover design of this CD, along with the accompanying graphics for stanzas and stories, are all attributed to him. He will, without a doubt, forever receive my heartfelt thanks. Also, I must remember the great Professor Kapila Abhayawansa, Dean of Religious Studies at the International Buddhist College, Thailand, who wrote such an excellent preface. He will always carry my admiration and respect. Mr. Karunaratne and Mrs. Kanti Weliwata, who continue to dutifully assist me with my religious services in Sri Lanka, are most deserving of my gratitude. They persistently demonstrate their devotion with their relentless support. Last, but not in any way the least, I would like to express my gratitude to all of those unnamed individuals that have offered their services in support of this project. It is always difficult to list the name of every person that offered assistance. However, whether named or unnamed, rest assured that everyone's assistance is appreciated with genuine gratefulness. In closing, it is both my great honor and duty to express the heartfelt gratitude and deep appreciation I feel for my beloved parents and former teachers in the Dhamma. For their love, compassion, patience, and wisdom, I am forever grateful. Such a debt can never be entirely paid back, but I endeavor to pay it forward, in earnest, with the boundless patience and compassion that was bestowed to me. This project can be seen as a manifestation of this endeavor. It is my hope that all who encounter this composition of the Yamaka Vagga come to understand the profound truth it conveys, are inspired to elevate their spiritual practice, and that one day they all taste true freedom, the culmination of the path, the realization of Nibbana. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. May the Triple Gem bless and protect you always.
There is no other book among the Buddhist scriptures which has received much more popularity than the Dhammapada in the Buddhist world. It is really a treasure of the Dhamma, which contains invaluable guidelines and instructions for the people to lead a successful, peaceful and joyful life without even the slightest hindrance to other people. The special characteristics of these words of Dhamma is that they are applicable to any individual or any society without the restrictions. 10 stories. Yamaka Vagga, the path, 17 verses, 12 stories. Bhante Vagga, miscellaneous, 16 verses, 9 stories. Niraya Vagga, woeful state, 14 verses, 9 stories. Naga Vagga, the elephant, 14 verses, 8 stories. Tanha Vagga, craving, 26 verses, 12 stories. Bhikkhu Vagga, the mendicant, 23 verses, 12 stories. Brahmana Vagga, 41 verses, 39 stories. Total verses 423. Total stories 304. I am grateful to everyone for their helpful suggestions and to the contribution made for so generously undertaking the publication of this work. I dedicate this noble gift of the Dhamma in grateful memory of my teachers, parents and relatives, departed and living. May they find access in the Buddha's dispensation and attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all beings be happy.
Mano pubbangama dhamma manu siddha manomaya manasache patuttena bhasativa karotiva tatunang dukkhamang veti cakkangva vahatu padang.
All volitional thoughts are headed by mind. Mind is superior, noble, and all thoughts are made by mind. Suffering, unhappiness, follows one who speaks or acts with a corrupted mind, as the wheels of the chariot follow the hoof of the beast which draws it.
Sita utummaya enisai sita ni සිතුවිලි ජනිත කළ සිතටමයි මුල් තැන ලැබෙන්නේ නරක සිතකින් කරන කියනා දෙයින් කාටත් විපත් වන්නේ ගොනුනගේ පා අනුව යන රියසක විලසට දුක දෙවන්නේ
සිත උතුම්මය සිතයි නිති පෙරටුවම යන්නේ සතත සිතිවිලි ජනිත කළ සිත මුල්ම වන්නේ නරක සිතකින් කරන දෑ තුල විපත් වන්නේ ගුණුන් පසු පස යන රියසක විලසටයිනේ මනෝ පුබ්බංගමා ධම්මා මනෝ සෙට්ඨා මනෝමයා මනසාචේ පසන්නේන භාසතිවා කරෝතිවා තතුනං සුඛමං වේති ඡායාව අනපායිනී
All volitional thoughts are headed by mind. Mind is superior, noble, and thoughts are made by mind. Happiness clings to one who speaks and acts with a pure mind as one's shadow, never leaving.
සිත උතුම්මය ඒ නිසයි සිත නිරන්තරයෙන් පෙරට එන්නේ සතතයෙන් සිතිවිලි ජනිත කළ සිතටමයි මුල් තැන ලැබෙන්නේ සතුටු සිතකින් කරන කියනා දෙයින් යහපත සලසවන්නේ තමන් පසුපස යනෙන සෙවනලි ලෙසටමය සැප ලබා දෙන්නේ
සිත උතුම්මය සිතයි නිති පෙරටුවම යන්නේ සතන සිතිවිලි ජනිත කළ සිත මුල්ම වන්නේ හොඳ සිතකින් කරනාදේ තුල විපත් වන්නේ තමන් පසුපස එන සෙවනැලි විලසමයිනේ. අක්කොච්චිමං අවධිමං අජිනිමං අහාසිමේ යේතං උපනයිහන්ති වේරං තේසං න සම්මතේ. අක්කොච්චිමං අවධිමං අජිනිමං අහාසිමේ යේතං න උපනයිහන්ති වේරං තේසුප සම්මතේ.
For one who reflects on one's thoughts as he abused me, he ill-treated me, defeated me, plundered me, hatred is not alleviated. For one who does not reflect on one's thought as he abused me, ill-treated me, defeated me, plundered me, hatred is alleviated.
පහරදී පරදවා පැහැරගෙන බැන්නේය සිත සිතා වෛරයෙන් යමෙක් දුක් වන්නේය එසේ කලහුගේ සිත නිති කිලිටි වන්නේය වෙරින් වෙර කිසිදාක සංසිඳුම නොම වන්නේය.
පහරදී පරදවා පැහැරගෙන බැන්නේය කිය කියා වෛරයෙන් යමෙක් දුක් වන්නේය සිත සිතා සිටියහොත් වෙර නොසිඳි යන්නේය වෙර නොබඳින හුගේ සිත වහා සංසිඳෙන්නේය.
කුලමල කියමින් මට බැන්නේයයි දඬු මුගුරින් මට තැළුවේ ඇයිදැයි මා සතු දේගෙන බොරු ගොතමින්මයි සිතුවොත් නිති වෙර සිත් නැග ඒමයි.
කුලමල කියමින් මට බැන්නේයයි දඬු මුගුරින් මට තැළුවේ ඇයිදැයි මා සතු දේගෙන බොරු ගොතමින් මයි නොම සිතුවොත් නිති වෙර නැති වේමයි. nahi verena verani sammantidha kudachanan averena cha sammanti esa dhammo sanantano.
Enmities are never alleviated through hatred in this world, but with compassionate thought alone are they alleviated. This is an eternal phenomenon.
මෙලොවේ හැමදාම මෙත් කරනා සත් වගට ඒ අනුව වෙර සිඳුම නොකළ හැක ඒ අයට වෙර කරුට මෙත් වඩා සාන්තිය ළඟා කොට දීම ලොව පවතිනා සනාතන තමකි සිට
වෛරය වෛරයෙන් නැති නොවේමය අවෛරයෙන් වෛරය නැතිවන්නේය මේ සිතිවිල්ල වෙයි මනසේ නිසි සුවය සදාතනික දහමකි අද ලොවේ එය පරේචන විජානන්ති මයමිත්ත යමාමසේ යේච තත්ථ විජානන්ති තතු සම්මන්ති මේධගා.
The person who quarrels does not realize that we shall one day die. But one who does not quarrel realizes that we shall one day die. Thereby all quarrels are alleviated.
සටන් පදිනා සෙවම යුද පිටියේ මරණයට පැමිණෙනා බව නොදැක කරති සටනම රැන්නේය.
සොඳින් සෙවෙනි කළගෙය වැස්සට නොතෙමෙන්නේය. එනිසා හොඳ හැටි කරනා දෙය කළහොත් වටින්නේය. බවුන් වඩා රාගය පිස දමමින් සිත රකින්නේය. එසේ කළහුගේ තම සිත සමාධියට නැගෙන්නේය.
නොසැකසු ගෙහි පහලින් වෙහි දිය වැටෙනා ලෙසින් නොවැඩු මිනිස් සිතකින් රාගය කල නොහැක තුරන්
සැකසු ගෙහි වහලෙන් වැසි නොවැටෙනා විලසින් දැමුණු මිනිස් සිතකින් රාගය කල හැකිය තුරන් ඉද සෝචති පෙච්ච සෝචති පාපකාරී උභයත්ථ සෝචති සෝචති සෝ විහඤ්ඤති දිස්වා කම්ම කිලිට්ඨ
The evildoer mourns here, he mourns hereafter, and he mourns in both existences. He suffers in the world, and he especially mourns hereafter, seeing his own unwholesome deeds.
පවෙහි කැලුණු අය මෙලොවද සෝක කරනු ඇත පවෙහි කැලුණු අය පරලොව සෝක කරනු ඇත මේ තැනෙත්තෝ දෙලොවහිමත් සෝක කරනු ඇත පාපය ගැන දැඩිව සිතා සෝක කරනු ඇත
කළ පව් දැක දැක මෙලොවද තැවෙනවා කළ පව් විඳ විඳ එලොවද තැවෙනවා කළ පව් දැක විඳ දෙලොවම තැවෙනවා කළ පව් ඇති අය දෙලොවම තැවෙනවා ඉද මෝදති පෙච්ච මෝදති කත පුඤ්ඤෝ උභයත්ථ මෝදති සෝමෝදති සෝ අමෝදති දිස්වා කම්ම විසුද්ධි මත්තනෝ
One who has done wholesome deeds rejoices in his present life, rejoices in his next life, and he rejoices in both worlds, seeing his good deeds.
පින්කල අය මෙලොව සතුට ලබා සිටිති අද පින්කල අය පරලොවෙහිද සතුට ලබන සඳ මේ අය හැම දෙලොවම සතුට විඳීමින් දුක් බිඳ පරලොවදී කළ පින් දැන සතුට විඳිති සොඳ
කලපින් දැක දැක මෙලොවද සතුටින් කලපින් විඳ විඳ එලොවද සතුටින් කලපින් දැක විඳ දෙලොවම සතුටින් කලපින් ඇති අය දෙලොවම සතුටින් ඉද තප්පති පෙච්ච තප්පති පාපකාරී උභයත්ථ තප්පති පාපං මේ කතන්ති තප්පති භීයෝ තප්පති දුක්ගතින් ගතෝ.
He regrets his present life. He regrets his next life. The evildoer regrets in both worlds. At thought, I have done evil deeds. He regrets. He regrets when he is born in an awful state.
පෞකල අය මීලොවේදී දැවිති දුකින් තද පෞකල අය පරලොවෙහිද දුකින් තැවිති තද පෞකල අය දිලොවම මිලිස තැවෙනා සඳ පෞකල අය දුගතියේ දුක් විඳිති තද
පාපී දනු මනු ලොවද තැවෙන්නේ මරණින් පසු එලොවත් විඳවන්නේ කළ පව් සිහිවී දුක් විඳවන්නේ දුගතියේ දුක් ගොඩ නැහැ නිමවන්නේ. ඉද නන්දති පෙච්ච නන්දති කත පුඤ්ඤෝ උභයත්ථ නන්දති පුඤ්ඤං මේ කතන්ති නන්දති භීයෝ නන්දති සුගතින් ගතෝ.
He is happy in his present life. He is happy in his next life. He is happy in both here and the hereafter world. He feels happy recalling, I have done good things, and exceedingly feels happy having gone to a blissful state.
පින්කල අය මෙලොව සතුට ලබති බොහෝ ලෙස පින්කල අය පරලොවෙහිද සතුට ලබති යස මවිසින් කළ පිනවෙයි දිලොවම සැප ලෙස වැඩි වැඩියෙන් සතුට ලබති සුගති ගතව යස
නැනැති දනු මනුලොව තුටුවන්නේ මරණින් පසු එලොවද තුටුවන්නේ කලපින් සිහිවී නිති තුටුවන්නේ සුගතියේ සැප දම් නැහැ අඩුවන්නේ බහුම්පි චේ සහිතං භාසමානෝ නතක්කරෝ හෝති නරෝ පමත්තෝ ගෝපෝව ගාවෝ ගනයං පරේසං න භාගවා සාමඤ්ඤස්ස හෝති අප්පම් පිචේ සහිතං භාසමානෝ ධම්මස්ස හෝති අනු ධම්මචාරී රාගංච දෝසංච පහාය මෝහං සම්මප්පජානෝ සුවිමුත්ත චිත්තෝ අනුපාදියානෝ ඉදවා හුරංවා සභාගවා සාමඤ්ඤස්ස හෝති
One who recites the sacred text but acts not accordingly, that heedless person is like a cowherd who only counts the cows of others. One does not partake of the blessings of a holy life, as that heedless cowherd is not a partaker in the enjoyable products of the cows. Little though one recites the sacred text, yet puts the teachings into practice, forsaking lust, hatred and delusion with true wisdom and emancipated mind, clinging to nothing in this or any other world, one indeed partakes of the blessings of a holy life.
Devalabana boho igena banakivat niti tamam eya nupili padina ayaku nuvi ruti anunge gawain balana gopaluwekuge gati ඇති ඔහු නම් මහාන කමට නොගැලපේය නිති
තෙවලා බන ටිකක් උගෙන හොඳින් එය සුපිලි පදින හිතෙම රාග දෝස මෝහ බිඳ හැර සැනසෙන දෙලොවම කිසිවක් දැඩි ලෙස නොගෙනම නුවණින මහන කමේ හිමි කරුවේ නිසි පල ලැබගෙන
බුදු බණ දැනගෙන දහම් දේශන්නේ බුදු බණ වල නැහැ ඔහු හැසිරෙන්නේ ගෝපාලෝ දානන් නීති ගෙරින් රකින්නේ පස්ගෝ රස නැහැ ඔහුට ලැබෙන්නේ දහමට අනුගත නැති පුංගු
සීලංව පබ්බතං.
When they stayed in the city of Srapti, having great faith in the Buddha, Mahakala went to the temple to pay his respects to the Buddha and heard the Dhamma. As his confidence in the Buddha was very strong, he sought his younger brother's blessing to become a monk. His younger brother Chulakala followed him into the monkhood, but his intention was to find a way to make Mahakala disrobe. Meanwhile, Venerable Mahakala took higher ordination in due time, and as he practiced meditation faithfully, attained sainthood within a very short period. While the Buddha was travelling with 500 monks, including Chulakala and Mahakala, he preached the Simsapa forest in the city on Setavya. Hatching a plan to make their husbands disrobe, the four wives of Chulakala and Mahakala invited the Buddha for lunch at their home. When a householder offered such an invitation for the first time, it was customary to send a monk ahead of Buddha to sort out the arrangements for dana, almsgiving. In this respect, Venerable Mahakala sent Venerable Chulakala to the house to make a seating arrangement. But his wives made him disrobe and sent him to the temple to fetch the Blessed One for lunch. Venerable Mahakala's wives also tried to follow this same plan with him, but as he was enlightened, they were unable to do so. Thus, the Buddha instructed them by preaching these verses in relation to the matter. Comments. Subhanupassi. The term Subhanupassi is made of two words, Subha and Anupassi. Subha means positive thinking, lucky, auspicious, pleasant, welfare and beauty. Anupassi means to observe and contemplate. Here in this connection it means thinking of attractive worldly objects, having seen beauty of any material form. If someone feels thus, face is good, eyes are good, look is good, voice is good, and other limbs are good, and so on, this is called Subhanupassi. One who observes one's objects as pleasant is called Subhanupassi. Asubhanupassi. One who observes objects, thus asubha, as unpleasant, is called Asubhanupassi. The term asubha means impurity, foulness and loathsomeness. Contemplation on cemeteries is called meditation of impurity. There are 32 impurities in our body. We can contemplate on 32 parts of the body as Akaya Gata Sati, Asamvuto. Its meaning is not closed, unrestricted. There are 6 doors in our body. They are known as Chakku, eye, Sota, ear, Kana, nose, Jivha, tongue, Kaya, body, and mano, mind. If someone's senses or doors are not closed or tamed by mindfulness, it is called asamvuta. Samvuta. Its meaning is closed, restricted or tame. If someone's senses are closed or tamed by mindfulness, it is called samvuta. Amatanyuta. Its meaning is immoderation. All monks are advised to be moderate in their meals in order to bolster their daily practices. Over-consuming of food, over-providing in supply, over-receiving in accepting that which is offered is called amatanyuta. The Buddha has very clearly given his opinion regarding this. A practicing monk should be moderate in his meal, having retained few bits, morsel, for his eating, and should drink water for his easier practice.
Thang paridahissati apeto dhamma saccena naso kasava marhati yo cha vanta kasavassa silesu susamahito upeto dhamma saccena savi kasava marhati.
The people offered lunch to them. In his Dhamma sermon, Venerable Sariputta Thero preached that one who encourages others to make offerings while he is giving dana, almsgiving, gets property and followers. Having heard thus, a wise man determined to offer dana in order to gain happiness. Meanwhile, another man gave him a very costly robe and asked him to either offer it to a monk or sell it and use the money for an offering. As he had sufficient offerings for dana, he decided to present it to a monk. He asked others with regard to the robe, "To whom should I offer it?" A few of them suggested him to offer it to Venerable Sariputta, but the majority of them suggested offering it to Venerable Devadatta, and so the wise man did so. Later those who saw Venerable Devadatta wearing the robe said that he was not worthy of the offering. They said it was Venerable Sariputta who was worthy. When the Buddha heard of this incident through a visiting monk who had come to Chetavana monastery from Rajagaha, the Blessed One revealed that Venerable Devadatta had done this in his previous life as well. The Buddha then preached these verses. Comment. Indriya Damana, taming of senses. Basically, there are 5 senses, Panchendriya, that defile the human mind. Therefore, we must tame our mind. Our mind perceives innumerable objects through our 5 senses. The sense of eye takes rupa, material forms, as its objects. The sense of ear takes saddha, sound, as its objects. The sense of nose takes gandha, odor, as its objects. The sense of tongue takes rasa, taste, as its objects. The sense of body takes pottabha, touch, contact, as its objects. All sensual objects such as rupa, sabda, gandha, rasa, pottabha comprise 2 parts, good and bad. When you take a bad object through your 5 senses, your mind may become defiled. If you are mindful in your 5 senses, it is called Indriya Damana. Vanta Kasava. One who annihilates impurities through the cultivation of the fourfold supramundane wholesome mind is called Vanta Kasava. Chatuparisuddha Sila. 4 kinds of morality consist of purification. There are 4 moralities in Buddhist ethics. Patimokkha Samvara Sila, restraint with regard to the disciplinary codes. Indriya Samvara Sila, restraint of the senses. Ajiva Parisuddha Sila, purification of livelihood. Pratyasannissita Sila, morality with regard to the 4 requisites: Chivara, robe, pindapata, alms round, senasana, shelters, gilana pacha, medicinal drinks.
චාසාර දස්සිනෝ තේසාරං නාධි ගච්ඡන්ති මිච්ඡා සංකප්ප ගෝචරා. සාරංච සාරතු ඤත්වා අසාරංච අසාරතු තේසාරං අධිගච්ඡන්ති සම්මා සංකප්ප ගෝචරා.
Sariputta and Moggallana were disciples of the ascetic Sanjaya. They left Sanjaya for they could not achieve spiritual advancement through his practices. While they were wandering in search of truth, they met Venerable Assaji, and after hearing his preaching, the Dhamma gained spiritual advancement. Both of them returned to Sanjaya, their former Dhamma master, and asked him to accompany them to see the Buddha. He refused their invitation, saying, "I am a master. How can I become a student of the Buddha? It is like a cooking vessel becoming a spoon." The Buddha came to know the story from Venerable Sariputta and Moggallana, and in this regard the Buddha explained his previous life by preaching these verses. Arms round, senasana, shelters, gilana pacha, medicinal drinks, are considered as an asara, fruitless things. Likewise, wrong views on the tenfold field are called fruitless. They are miccha ditti, wrong view, miccha sankappa, wrong thought, miccha vacha, wrong speak, miccha kammanta, wrong action, miccha ajiva, wrong livelihood, miccha vayama, wrong effort, miccha sati, wrong mindfulness, miccha samadhi, wrong concentration, miccha panya, wrong wisdom, miccha vimutti, wrong liberation. Ignorant thoughts that arise in the mind that leads to evil actions are called miccha panya. If someone thinks, "I am free from all defilement without being free from defilement," such a thought is called miccha panya. Sara. Right view on the tenfold fields is called sara, fruitful things. They are samma ditti, right view, samma sankappa, right thought, samma vacha, right speech, samma kammanta, right actions, Samma Ajiva, right livelihood, Samma Vayama, right effort, Samma Sati, right mindfulness, Samma Samadhi, right concentration, Samma Panya, right wisdom, Samma Vimutti, right liberation. Miccha Sankappa, wrong thought. Wrong imagination is called Miccha Sankappa, which includes thoughts such as Kama Vitakka, lustful thoughts, Vyapada Vitakka, ill will, malevolence, Vihimsa Vitakka, malign thought. One who maintains those wrong views in one's mind does not realize Nibbana, emancipation. Samadhi, concentration. Tranquility of mind is called Samadhi. The untrained mind is like a wild buffalo. When you need to tame a wild buffalo, first you must tie it to a post. Likewise, one who needs to tame one's mind must first tie the mind to one object through concentration. There are 3 steps in Samadhi concentration. Kanika Samadhi, concentration for momentary. Upachara Samadhi, concentration that arises preliminary, preparative. Arpana Samadhi, concentration that arises on transcendental level, is called Arpana Samadhi. Panya, wisdom, the understanding of all conditional things. Sankara as anicca, impermanence, dukkha, suffering, and anatta, soulless, is Panya, wisdom.
Vuddhi sammati vijjhati evaṁ abhavitam cittam rago sammati vijjhati yathagarang succannang vuddhi na samati vijjati evaṁ subhavitam cittam rago na samati vijjati.
For example, Patimokka Samvara Sila, restraint with regard to the disciplinary codes. Indriya Samvara Sila, restraint of the senses. Ajiva Parisuddha Sila, purification of livelihood. Pratyasannissita Sila, morality with regard to the 4 requisites. Chivara, robe. Pindapata, alms round. Senasana, shelters. Gilana Pacha, medicinal drinks. Dutanga, consisting of the vows of Pansakulikanga, consisting of the vows of wearing patched up robes. Tachivarakanga, consisting of the vows of wearing only 3 robes. Pindapatikanga, consisting of the vows of going for alms. Sapadanikanga, consisting of the vows of not omitting many houses while going for alms. Ekasanikanga, consisting of the vows of eating at one sitting. Pattapindikanga, consisting of the vows of eating only from the alms bowl. Kalupacha Battikanga, consisting of the vows of refusing all further food. Aranyakanga, consisting of the vows of living in the forest. Rukha Mulikanga, consisting of the vows of living under a tree. Abhokasikanga, consisting of the vows of living in the open air. Susanikanga, consisting of the vows of living in a cemetery. Yata Santatikanga, consisting of the vows of being satisfied with whatever dwelling one is. Ne Sajjikanga, consisting of the vows of sleeping in sitting position. These Dhutangas may help one to achieve the fruits of monkhood. Raga. The term raga means adhering to objects. It is one of the root causes of bad deeds. Raga, dosa, hatred, and moha, ignorance, always stand together. They are the root causes of unwholesome actions. There are three such attachments. They are Kama raga, sensuous passions, Rupa raga, desire for forms, and Arupa raga, desire for non-form.